Okay, let's dive right in. $1 billion. That's the number attached to the really big news, Databricks acquiring Neon.
Yeah, $1 billion. It definitely got everyone talking.
For sure. And it's not just, another tech M&A story. This feels like it says a lot about where AI is headed, especially around this idea of AI-assisted development, what some folks are calling AI vibe coding, and making AI tools easier for everyone to actually build with.
Right.
So welcome everyone to the AI Vibe Deep Dive. Each week, Tina and Ted explore the trends shaping AI for leaders and builders. Today, it's all about this Databricks-Neon deal.
And what's really interesting, I think, is how it shines a spotlight on the infrastructure behind AI.
Exactly. It's not just about the cool models anymore.
No, it's the plumbing, the foundational stuff that makes it all work. This acquisition is a huge signal about that.
So just to set the stage, Databricks, they're obviously a giant in the data and AI platform space.
They're a major player.
Yeah, and Neon, they basically took PostgreSQL, a database lots of people know and love, and rebuilt it for the serverless world.
They did. Think instant startup, scales on its own, and this really neat feature, database branching. Kind of like Git for your data.
Which developers love, right?
Right.
Speed, flexibility.
Definitely. They kept the reliability of Postgres, but made it cloud native. Separated storage and compute, which is technically quite smart for efficiency and scaling.
Okay, so that brings us to the billion-dollar question.
Yeah, right.
Why does a data and AI leader like Databricks pay that much for a database company?
Well, when you dig into it, the answer seems to be circling around AI agents.
Ah, the agents. Tell me more.
It seems the way we interact with the data infrastructure is changing. It's less direct human interaction, more programmatic.
Okay, and get this one statistic that really jumped out at me from the research. Something like 80% of the database is being created on Neon. They were being spun up by AI agents.
80%, that's incredible. Not humans, agents.
And apparently, 4 times faster than human devs were doing it in some cases. That's a different league of speed.
It really is. And it points to the unique demands these agents have. They operate via APIs, right? They need infrastructure that keeps up.
Like what Databricks CEO Ali Ghodsi said, describing Neon as purpose-built to support agentic workflows.
Exactly. It's infrastructure designed for machine logic, not just us clicking around.
So what are those specific needs then? What makes agent workflows different?
Well, first off, speed. They need databases ready almost instantly. We're talking sub-second provisioning.
Wow, okay. Not minutes, seconds.
Right. And auto-scaling needs to handle bursts of activity up and down without anyone intervening.
And the branching, how does that fit in?
That's crucial too. Agents need isolated spaces to run experiments or different tasks simultaneously without messing each other up. Branching gives them that.
Okay, so connecting the dots.
Yeah.
This feels very related to that AI vibe coding trend we're seeing.
Absolutely. You look at platforms like Lovable or Replit, which apparently uses Neon, or Bolt.new, Vercel's V0. They're speeding up development massively.
And often, behind the scenes, it's AI agents doing some of the heavy lifting, right?
That's the idea. The AI isn't just writing Python code anymore.
It's generating SQL too, like creating tables, interacting with data.
Exactly. And that's where Neon's instant databases and branching become super valuable. These AI-driven needs can be dynamic, maybe even short-lived.
So the AI is actually managing the data infrastructure itself, in a way.
It's starting to look that way. It's not just analyzing data, it's creating and managing the structures to hold it.
So stepping back, this acquisition, it's clearly not just Databricks buying some cool tech. It feels very strategic.
Oh, completely. It fits right into their bigger picture. They want to be the platform for AI-native apps.
Like their other big buys, Mosaic ML for generative AI.
Right, and Tabular for the Iceberg data format. They're piecing together this end-to-end AI stack.
And the vision seems to be this unified platform where, your analytical data and your operational data can work together seamlessly for AI.
That's the key. Bringing OLAP and OLTP closer together for AI use cases. Neon brings that best-in-class serverless operational database piece they were missing.
Fills a gap.
Precisely. It complements their strengths in warehousing, analytics, and now GenAI.
And I read there's alignment on the business side too, like the pay-as-you-go model and open source Postgres roots.
Yeah, that helps. It fits the Databricks ethos, makes it easier for devs already using Postgres, and it's cost-effective for these potentially bursty AI workloads.
Okay, but Databricks isn't alone in wanting to be the big AI platform, right?
Yeah.
This is part of a bigger race.
Oh, for sure. You've got Snowflake, Google, Microsoft, Oracle. Everyone's trying to build that comprehensive AI platform.
So buying specialized tech like Neon is a way to accelerate.
Exactly. It lets them grab critical capabilities quickly in a super fast-moving market. It's build and buy.
And it really emphasizes this point that operational data, the live application data, is now crucial for GenAI.
Absolute critical. It's not just about training data anymore. GenAI needs to interact with the now.
Real-time stuff.
Yeah, live transactional data. And for that, you need something like Neon fast, scalable, operational.
So for developers, for builders listening, that billion-dollar price tag for Neon, it sends a message, doesn't it?
It really does. It shows the massive value being placed on developer tools and databases, especially when they're built for AI's demands.
Are we talking about like a new phase?
Yeah.
GenAI 2.0?
Some people are calling it that, yeah. This next wave, driven by more autonomous agents. And these agents demand this instant, scalable infrastructure.
Which loops back perfectly to Neon's features: serverless, storage compute separation, fast provisioning, auto-scaling, branching.
Exactly. They're all tailor-made for this agent-driven future. Databases are becoming less about human GUIs and more about APIs for agents.
So operational data is becoming a first-class citizen.
Right. AI won't just know things based on past data, it'll do things with current data.
Leading to this convergence: OLTP, OLAP, AI, all blurring together.
Which is what Databricks seems to be aiming for with their data intelligence platform.
And this changes the developer experience too, right? DevX becomes AI-centric.
I think so. The focus shifts to enabling agents with seamless automated data access, less manual database wrangling.
And it suggests maybe general-purpose databases aren't always the best fit for these specific AI agent needs.
That's a huge implication. This deal validates the need for specialized databases optimized for these agentic systems. One size might not fit all anymore.
Okay, let's talk RBAG. Databricks has invested heavily in retrieval augmented generation for LLMs. Quick refresher, what is Argo again?
Sure. So RAG basically helps large language models be more accurate and up-to-date. It lets them pull in external real-time information when they're generating an answer.
Instead of just relying on their training data, which can be old.
Exactly. It grounds them in current facts, reduces those hallucinations we hear about. Databricks already has platform pieces for this: ingestion, vector search, model serving, evaluation, governance.
So Argo connects the LLM brain to live knowledge.
You got it. Tackles the hallucination problem.
So where does Neon, a transactional database holding structured data, fit into RGIG, which often seems focused on unstructured text?
That's a great question. Neon becomes the high-performance store for the structured data within that RAG workflow. It complements the vector databases holding the unstructured stuff.
Ah, okay, so vector DBs for documents, Neon for, say, customer order details.
Precisely. Your RG system could pull context from a knowledge base in a vector store and get the latest order status from Neon, all to answer one user query.
Gotcha. So what kind of integrations could we actually see?
Well, our RG over that live operational data in Neon is the obvious one. Imagine a support bot accessing real-time inventory from Neon.
Makes sense.
You could also see agents using Neon as a sort of persistent memory, using branching to manage different conversational states or tasks.
Like short-term memory for different jobs.
Kind of, yeah. And even closed-loop systems. Agents not just reading data from Neon, but also writing back, maybe completing a transaction, updating a record.
That feels powerful. Agents actually acting on the live system via the database.
It's definitely where things seem to be headed.
Okay, so as we wrap up this deep dive on Databricks and Neon, let's nail down the key takeaways for everyone listening.
Right. First, I'd say agentic data infrastructure is here. It's becoming real.
Okay, number one, agent-driven infrastructure.
Second, operational data is now a first-class citizen in GenAI. It's not just secondary anymore.
Got it. Live data is crucial.
Third, we're seeing this convergence. OLTP, OLAP, AI are merging.
Boundaries blurring.
Fourth, developer experience is shifting. It's becoming AI-centric, focused on enabling agents.
DevX for AI. Makes sense.
And finally, this deal is a huge validation for specialized databases. Databases built for AI.
Awesome summary. It's clear this isn't just some footnote. Databricks buying Neon feels like a really significant marker for AI infrastructure, for AI vibe coding, and making AI development more accessible.
Definitely. And it leaves you, the listener, with a thought. As AI agents become these primary users of data infrastructure, how's that going to change your work? How does it change how you think about AI's potential?
That's the big question to mull over. And if you want to keep exploring these trends, definitely check out our newsletter and community, The Vibe Tribe. You can find it at vibetribe-ai.com. That's brought to you by Escher-AI.com. It's a great place to continue the conversation.
Mm-hmm.
Also, for a wider look at the AI landscape, E.F. Boyle's book, Riding the AI Tsunami, is a really insightful read we'd recommend.
Yeah, good recommendation. Ultimately, this acquisition just underscores how transformative AI is and how absolutely vital the right kind of data infrastructure, agile, scalable, is going to be to make it all happen.